Hey cuties! So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys a story time, a very serious story time, something that happened to me yesterday. So basically I took a road trip. Hey guys, I just stopped on the side of the road. I had a little bit of an incident happen. I'm doing a story time literally as soon as I get home. What just happened to me? We're good though, we're all good. Now to get back on the road and get home. I've done a few videos now. I've done a get ready with me. I did a whole vlog on it. I did a haul there. And then on my way home, something happened and I stopped vlogging and was freaked and creeped out. Okay, so basically I went on a mini little vacation, a little road trip. I just stayed in my province and went to a hotel that has a really nice spa and like mineral pool. It's called like, what do they call it? Like gold, liquid gold for their pool because it's like healing properties on your skin. My skin feels amazing today. It was just a really nice relaxing time to get away. I am gonna leave in the description box down below the happy times of my trip. The vlog from the trip is what I'm gonna leave down there. I also had another encounter going there. So this is kind of like, I was like, cool, like what more can happen when I was coming back as something else happened. And that's what I'm coming to tell you guys today. So I'm filming on a new light. I don't know if you guys like this. Let me know how you guys like the lighting. I just wanted to try it out for today. So let me know. I took a trip by myself just because to like get away and everything like that. So I'm alone. I'm a single girl by myself on the road and I'm on the highway going like highway speed, so I didn't think anything of it. Like I'm in the safeness of my vehicle is what I thought, and I want to stop at this place that's about 45 minutes down the road to pick up some they have like this, there's this little ice cream shack there and they have really good matzo sticks, appetizers. It's delicious. They have good like Slurpees, slushies, I think that's what they're called, slush puppy. I don't know if it's actually a slush puppy, but anyway, nobody cares about that. That's not the point of the story. This is where I wanted to go and get some matzo sticks, but they are temporarily closed due to COVID. Okay, it's closed. I'm so mad. The place was closed when I got there. I was like, cool, and there was no one around. So I'm like, this is really fun because it's a really, really small town. This is like the only good attraction there. It was this little shack of food. So I was like, it's so nice. I look cute. So I'm just gonna take some pictures. I'm gonna film a TikTok here. And then I did like Instagram stories, Snap stories, posts, pictures, set my timer up, you know, good old timer. I was just trying to make the most out of this place being closed that I really wanted to go to. So I'm doing some TikToks and where I'm at is like kind of like a vacant parking lot. The other side of me, there is like a building. I'm not sure what it is. I think it might be a hotel or something. And then behind there, there's a gas station, which is quite busy, I'd say, for this small town, like because people are coming off the highway and going into this this gas station and filling up. So some people are also cutting through the parking lot where I am, but I'm parked off to the side. So everyone that's cutting through isn't even acknowledging me, not looking at me because people are just doing their own thing. I don't know for how long, but I didn't really notice it at this time until I got on the highway. Everything kind of clicked. But now looking back on it, this is what happened. So I'm taking a TikTok. I'm stuck at TikToks. I take like 5 different TikToks before I'm like, okay, do I like that one or did I like the last one better? I'm like, I suck. I'm always contemplating myself. So I'm like kind of redoing the TikTok, exiting it, going back to it, and then I noticed that this guy is like circling, kind of. He starts off at, when I noticed him at least, he started off at the gas station, kind of further like behind that hotel or whatever it is. Motel Holiday Inn, am I right? And he's like slowly creeping up and it's all gravel, so like you can hear if somebody's coming up quite distinctively. So I like turn because he's going so slow and he's in a white truck and he's just like kind of creeping up and he's just like staring at me, and I like look over at him and then he just slowly goes by my vehicle. And now like there's nothing really over here except like houses to the right of me where I'm standing. There's like nothing over here. So, and the place like the shack or whatever, the food shack is closed. So unless you live there or you're visiting someone, I don't know why you would be going that way, right? So he goes and then comes to a dead stop like near the food shack and then comes back around. So I'm like redoing my TikTok and I'm like, ugh. So I stop it because I want to focus and I can hear the gravel again, and he's coming back again, like literally within like 15 seconds. He's coming back again, and that's when I caught on, like, why is this person like circling? And he's like dead ass, like he's not just like looking, or I take pictures like on the side of the road all the time. I like take Snapchats, stuff like that, TikToks, I don't care what, I vlog all the time. So people look and wonder like what you're doing, especially in such a small town. This wasn't like that though. Like people always like are curious, like why is she taking a picture of herself? Like, right? But this wasn't like that. This was like a whole different vibe. He was like dead ass like going like so like a creeping pace like this and just full on like staring at me like this. I'm like, okay. So then I kind of notice it while I'm vlogging. So I'm also vlogging and I kind of notice it at that point. Okay, like what is this guy doing? Like go away. It's so windy here. Can I help you? This guy keeps circling. So now I'm aware of my surroundings, and even though it is like a small town, it doesn't matter where you are, who you're with, what you're wearing. Always be aware of your surroundings, smart with your surroundings, and always watch where you are, watch your back, watch who's circling, watch people's characteristics, watch what they're doing, watch how they're observing you. You just have to be smart. Even though anything can happen at any time, it's better to be observant than to like just be so oblivious and not know at all what's happening, because something bad could happen at any moment in anyone's lives. So I start catching on here. I'm like, what the heck? So it could have been just like a little innocent thing, you know, like somebody just like staring, because like, why would I be doing this in a small town? Also, I know that somebody somewhere is gonna say like, I shouldn't be like doing a TikTok in a parking lot in a small town. It doesn't matter like what I just said, like it literally doesn't matter what somebody's doing. You don't deserve to have something potentially really bad happen to you, or somebody like invading your space. You should just be able to live your life. Like I live in a free country, I live in Canada here. I should be able to freely do whatever I want, wear whatever I want, post whatever I want, you know, without creeps, you know? I mean, obviously you're gonna get creeps if you're like in a parking lot, like going like this, like I'm like dancing to a TikTok, like all happy. Obviously you're gonna get people interested, but that isn't an excuse to be scared or to be targeted or to be terrified or to be like gawked at. Maybe gawked at because like you're like, what are you doing? But it went a step further. So he goes back, turns around his car again, or his truck, sorry, and just kind of sits there. And I don't know at this point if he's staring at me and watching me, or because he's like, okay, right like in the middle of the hotel and the gas station, he's like parked. So he's going this way back. So he turns around his car, so he's like facing me. So I'm like, I don't know if he's just like sitting there staring at me, watching me, or if he's maybe lost, or maybe just wondering what I'm doing. I don't know, but I'm just like kind of a little bit uneasy, I guess I would say. I'm just gonna go a little bit further up because there's a little valley there and it's really beautiful. So I kind of just go a little bit up the road, maybe like 2 minutes, and I'm blocked off from everyone. I'm like near the residential houses now because I'm this way. And then there's a beautiful valley, so I film it. It's so peaceful, and I'm like kind of gated in. I block myself in with my vehicle, so I'm not in like the middle of a parking lot. Okay, I'm just gonna stop and appreciate this view, and then I do my TikTok actually there. Like I do the TikTok. You can go on my TikTok if you guys want. My TikTok's right here. And then go back on the road. Everything's good. About 15 minutes down the road-ish, I notice a white truck behind me because I'm aware of my surroundings and where I am. And then comes really close to the point where I can see that it's a man. He's wearing a hat, sunglasses, an older man. And I can like see like his, not like his exact facial features, but I can see like his general appearance and what he's wearing. Definitely his make, model, and everything of his car in my rear view mirror. So I can like see because he's very, very close to me. And he starts going like this, like with his, so he's driving like this and he starts going like this. And I'm like, okay, is that the same guy? Like, is that the same white truck? Like, is that the same guy? Like, because I knew that he was wearing a hat before. I didn't really get a great look at him, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is the same guy. So I start to like just reduce my speed a little bit because I'm on cruise control. So I just dropped down like 2 clicks so that he would pass me, right? Because I'm just gonna go a little bit slower. I didn't like slam on my brakes or anything. I'm not gonna cause a ruckus in the road because I don't really know if this is him. So he signals to go in the other lane. I'm like, okay, great. So he goes into the other lane and starts like going really, really fast. Like I can like hear his engine going really, really fast. And then I can see him looking over. I'm like, okay, just don't look at him. Don't look at him. Don't make eye contact. And then he gets, okay, the front of my vehicle's here. The back of his vehicle's right here. It goes like this. And then he goes back down to match my speed. And he goes back up and goes back down to match my speed. And at the peripheral vision of me, I can see him waving or something like that. I don't know exactly what he's doing, but I don't look because I don't need that attention. And then I think, what if my tire's blown? What if like my seatbelt's hanging out of my car flapping? What if I have like a broken window or something like that? Like what if he's actually trying to tell me something like my signal lights don't work, or my parking or my driving lights or something don't work, right? Or my brake lights don't work, or my signal light is something. What if he's trying to do that? So I'm like, okay, maybe he's actually trying to do that. So then I do look over. I look over and it's like that. And I'm like, oh my God. So then I just take off my cruise control and like, there's no one else around. So I just start reducing my speed manually. So I go way back. So does he. He goes right back with me, goes right back, and again like waving, and then I see his window go down and I can hear him yelling. Now I don't know what he's saying because it is highway speeds. I can just hear the sound of his voice yelling, and I'm like creeped out. So I start filming. Okay, cool, why? Go away. I'm getting really creeped out now. Like, cool, I'm gonna change lanes. I bet he's gonna change lanes too. Yep, immediately. Cool, like should I pull over? Is that safe to do? Like, do I phone the RCMP? Like, go away. He keeps coming up to my vehicle. He keeps coming over here making like kissy faces and then going right back. Like, I'm freaked out. I'm scared. So I'm like going like this, like going like this, going like this, like clearly making it known that I don't want any contact. And then I think to myself, like going like this and going like this is probably, in any way, it is entertaining, you know, because I am like entertaining in some way his behavior. I'm reacting to it. So I'm like, I'm just gonna start doing nothing. I'm gonna go back to highway speed and just like act like he's not there. So that's what I do. So I literally don't even act like he exists at this point, because I'm like, he's wanting a rise out of me, he's wanting something from me, he's literally doing that, he's waving, he's trying to get my attention. He clearly doesn't want to warn me anything about my vehicle, he just wants to get my attention. So I get back to highway speed, stay in my lane, he gets right back up to highway speed, and then goes fast again and cuts right in front of me and brakes. I'm livid. I'm like screaming at this point. I slam on my brakes because he's slamming on his brakes, and I'm like, oh my God. Like, and I pull over to the side of the road because I'm like freaked out at this point. So does he. So I get right back up to highway speed and I'm like, okay. Okay, so he kind of went back a bit now. Thank God. But he went all the way back there. Hey, he's coming closer again. I'm freaked out. Okay, so he's legit like a good pace for me now. Please be safe on the roads, everyone. Please always know your surroundings. Like, he's right there. Oh my God, is he going in this lane? Oh my God. Right there. I am pulling into the next town, the next busy town, because he's clearly, this is terrifying. It was very, very scary for me, because it's like, what do you do? Like, do I phone the RCMP? Do I didn't know what to do. Sometimes when you're in situations like that really catch you off guard, you can get like a fuzzy, foggy brain and just like react to the situation and get scared and sometimes fear and the unknown and what do I do, and am I gonna do something wrong or this? It can literally cloud your judgment. So that's why I'm coming to make this story time, because this can happen to anyone. It does happen to people every single day. It happens to many people of all ages, of all sizes, of all genders. What if you're making a TikTok, if you're just minding your own business, these things happen, and it is essential that we have some kind of discussion on what to do. So I would really, really love for you guys to, in the comments down below, say like what you would do or what somebody should do, maybe give some advice. So basically I was like, I'm just gonna pull into a busy place. The next town over, it was about 10 minutes down the road. It was a busier place. It wasn't a huge city, but it was definitely bigger than the last one that I was at originally. So I was like, okay, good. I'm just gonna pull in there, and there's gonna be lots of people around, and if I need to, I can phone the RCMP, the police, and I had his vehicle, I had his make, his model, and his license plate number and everything like that, just in case anything. I kept all my doors locked. I mean, we're going highway speeds, but I was like, I'm just keeping all my doors locked, because like this guy's like creepy. I don't know if he's just trying to like, you know, get a rise out of me, or if he's actually trying to, I don't know what. And anyway, so I continue on, stay in my own lane, like I said, like just pretend he's 100% not there. So he is like swerving behind me. So he's behind me now at this point. I don't know how all of a sudden he got there. So like he was like going slow and fast and like going behind me and in front of me, and he was just doing like everything on the road possible you could do. So he's behind me now, and he's like swerving, going like this, in and out, like going from lane to lane, like just casually, not like this, but he's like just like this. It's almost like mocking me, or like a rat to cheese or something like that, like very, you know, like I don't know how to explain it. Like it was just very like sly, and it just gave me the creepiest vibe. Then he would go in front of me again. I just acted like I didn't see, and then he would do the same in front, same in front, same in front, but slow down. He didn't brake anymore, like brake check me, thank goodness. But he just kept doing that, and then when the next town came up, I pulled off to the side of the road. I was freaked out. Your safety is your number one, and your well-being is so vital and important, and if you know that those, or you can feel that those are being compromised, you are well in your means to pull off to safety, or to seek safety or help, and do not feel like it's a bad decision or anything like that. So that's what I did. I pulled off. Thankfully there were so many people there. Okay, I pulled into a really busy gas station, and he's down the highway, so God, I'm freaked out. I was just freaked out, like zigzagging like that, telling me to roll down the window, all this shit, like all this extra stuff, and like going in front of me, slowing right down, then going behind me, and then like going swerving like this, getting really close to me, telling me to roll down the window. Like it was just way too much. I was so happy, I was relieved. And when I pulled off, I made sure, because he was in front of me at that point, he was in the other lane but like ahead of me, I made sure at the last minute to like, I didn't signal or anything like that. There was no one else around me. But I just didn't want to signal to him that I'm getting off the road. I just quickly braked and went off, and he went. And I was like, good. I collected myself and took a few deep breaths in. I made phone calls to my loved ones and like just tell them like the situation and what was happening, so that they were aware. Gave them the license plate, gave them the make and model, just to be safe and secure and everything like that. And then I start vlogging, and when I do, I see a white truck pulling into the parking lot. Oh my God, he's turning in here. He's turning in here. Okay, I'm just gonna be on my phone. Bye. 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 Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. He's leaving. He's leaving. He's leaving. He's leaving. He's leaving. He's like, come here. Come here. I'm like, no, no, no. He's like, come here. And then I'm like giving the finger. He's like, come on, come on. And then just goes, and then leaves. Like it zooms off. Like, cool. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm gonna chill in my air-conditioned car. There's a Dairy Queen, there's Tim Hortons, there's food here, fast food. Across the street, there's an A&W. I could sit here all day, boo-boo. So he, I guess, gave up at that point, because he knew that I wasn't messing around. I made it known that I was on the phone, that I was not interested, not taking shit. I wasn't taking the shit. Like I was just gonna sit there all day if I had to and go into that building. So I think he knew that his game was done. Thank God. And that is pretty much the story. I was shaken up, so I didn't drive for a while. I went into the convenience store and looked around and grabbed a cold water. Hey guys, I just stopped on the side of the road. I had a little bit of an incident happen. I just wanted an ice cold water. It is really hot out here. It's super, super windy. I'm doing a story time on what just happened to me. We're good though. We're all good. Took some deep breaths, looked around. It was actually a big convenience store, which was really nice. Like they had like toys and hockey stuff and hockey plaques and signatures, and they had jerseys, and they had like all these things. I was like, oh my God, you guys know that I love hockey. So I was like, this is so perfect. So it was a it was a relief. And there was like a Tim Hortons in there. There was just a lot. There was a Dairy Queen next by, so I was like, I could literally stay here for the entire day if I wanted to. Went back on the road when I was able to do so and safe to drive, and I didn't see him again. So that was the story time. Too much. We don't need this in the world. We don't need this. We should just be able to do our own thing, whatever that may be, live our own lives in peace, and just live and be happy with us. It was just scary, so I wanted to come and make a story time and show the footage, show you guys what can happen if you're alone or even with whoever. What can happen? You don't trust people, you know, don't trust people. And then also to start a discussion on what would you do and what should maybe I have done, it's great. Like if somebody's like, you should have done that, you should have done this, that is a good thing, because then people in the comments can read those, and then maybe if somebody's in this situation in the future, know what to do, and maybe have these comments come into mind, and maybe it can save somebody's day. That's why I came and made this story time. But that is literally it. Maybe something has happened to you guys similar. If you guys feel comfortable, I would love to hear your stories if you guys want to share them. It could help somebody. It literally could. So I love you guys. Please, please, please stay safe, especially if you're alone or you're traveling alone. Make smart decisions, be safe, know your surroundings, always look around, take note of license plates or just suspicious vehicles, because if you are in that situation and you have to like remember the plate quickly, it's better to have already just locked in the plate numbers when stuff is starting to be creepy, you know. I thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope you guys all have a great day and be safe, and I will talk to you guys all in my next video. Bye guys.